Roses are red, violets are blue. Today we have something special for you. So this is our Valentine's Day special today. And for the singletons out there, I know Valentine's Day may not be your favorite time of the year, or you might have stopped believing in love. So we'll have Chris Browne, our self-development coach, to talk about the benefits of being in love, and also our love experts, James and Helena, and they're going to be going back to the basics of love and what it really is. And there'll be advice for you singles too. We'll also be watching some special dedications to your Valentine in our street chats. And we have Ewood here, and he'll be performing his new single Sunshine and talking about his transition from France to London. Plus, we'll be having a look at a fun date for a couple that's different and inexpensive. But first of all, we have the lovely duo Ian and Helena with the news.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, you too. I'm loving the heart theme here, guys. I don't know if you can see on camera, but hang on. Let me compliment Helena first. Love the hearts on Helena. And of course, you can't forget that lovely tie that Ian's wearing.
I felt underdressed last week, Chrissy. I have to say that Mr. Chris Browne and his sort of beautiful tie last week. So I thought this week, I've got to sort of wear sort of something.
You wanted to upstage everyone?
No, not upstage everyone. Just be sort of slightly brighter. And I thought this is rather good anyway, because I love Britain. So it's Valentine, so this is my Love Britain tie.
Oh, okay. Aww. So your thoughts on Valentine's Day? What's your opinion about it?
Well, I love Valentine's Day. I don't see it just as a day for lovers. I see it as a day to share love, to introduce everybody in your life, friends, family, all your loved ones, and to give love, which is really important, but also to remember to give yourself love.
That's a very good point. Yeah,
absolutely. So, and there's so many things you can do for Valentine's Day, and not just look at it as just one day, because you've got the whole year to do things that are special. I think people can get hooked on this special day, which is a special day, but not to forget about all the others.
Okay, how about you, Ian? What do you think of it?
When you look at the history of Valentine's, we've been looking at the history of Valentine's this week as well, and it's all to do with a Christian martyr, would you believe? And the history of how Valentine first started. So we may, if we have time today, we'll sort of tell you about what was the origins of Valentine's Day.
Well, I never used to like Valentine's Day because I never used to get any cards or anything.
You'll get thousands now.
And then, I only want one now from my husband. Actually, I don't, because he gives me love every day. But then one year I got 3 in a row, and I was like, wow. But one I think was from my mum.
But that's good.
But I got another 2 that were real, so that was kind of good.
They're all real.
Fake ones are
real.
real
2 in my locker at college.
But and also not to forget, you don't have to go out and spend a fortune. You know, you can be creative and make cards. It's a mass market, isn't it? Really, I think it's the second biggest time money making card-wise. So you can just put lots of creativity into it. It means so much more.
The reality of Valentine's Day is £230 million are spent both in UK and the United States. Wow. Just on Valentine's Day. The cards, it's second to Christmas as the most giving of cards anywhere in the world.
Amazing, isn't it? I wonder how many are e-cards these days. But
well, that's what I'm going to do, because I mean, this year I think I'm going to send a personal. I'm going to send a personal message.
Are you sending a Valentine's card to?
I send personal messages to all my friends. I'm not going to say more than that.
Do you know, actually, that's a special day in Finland on the 14th of Feb. I think it's like the 1980s. It's a special friend day, which I think is fantastic. Okay. So you still send to your close ones, your loved ones, your lovers, whatever you want to call it, but it's to everybody. And I think that's really special.
Well, we do have some dedications later, and it's not just for partners. We have dedications to all types of people, so that's really nice.
Oh, that's good. That's what we like to hear. So, who do you think is the most, supposedly, it was a natural mineral makeup brand that did a survey, and they came up with the 2 most desirable people that people want to have Valentine's dates with, one male, one female. Who would you think?
Probably Angelina and Brad, I suppose.
Not quite. That's a good.
Did I get one right?
Good. No, not quite. But David Beckham as a man.
Yeah.
And Holly Willoughby.
Really?
Who's a BBC presenter.
Oh, so it's more like...
quite almost... You can sort of understand it, because Beckham's a sort of family man as well as gorgeous, and Holly Willoughby's quite girl next door.
I suppose it's someone that you could see yourself having a date with, rather than, oh my God, being starstruck.
And he's obviously this week, David Beckham was, he got caught out this week because he was at BAFTAs this week presenting. When they sort of did a close-up of him, he's got this beard at the moment. And all of a sudden it turned from grey back to his former colour. So everyone was thinking, you know, has it sort of changed overnight, or has something been dressed up for the occasion?
Good. Male grooming, as they say.
Male grooming.
You can buy his beard if you want.
You can. Yeah. Lovely. So, but as we were saying before, variety is the spice of life, and everyone thinks about giving chocolates and roses and traditional things, which is very nice. But there's so many more things you can do, exciting things. You don't have to do the run-of-the-mill bits and pieces.
Out the box.
I still prefer chocolates.
I know, he does. And there's something in chocolate, isn't there, that's supposed to...
You may have some admirers, Ian, watching the show.
You should be falling in love every day, the amount of chocolate you have.
Excuse me. As you well know, I've been off chocolate for 2 months, can't you tell? I come in here shaking folks at night.
I won't say a word, I've said it.
So what kind of stuff are people doing then for Valentine's?
Oh no, people are doing different things, but there's lots, I mean, there's just so many. I mean, you can have a picnic, you don't have to go to a fancy restaurant, you can choose your special day and still call it Valentine's Day, that special day. Doing a touristy trip around London, that's something that appeals to me, because I know it's a little bit cheesy, but it's fun. I think to be a tourist for the day when you don't really go out all the time and do all those things.
Oh, you're going to like the video that we recorded.
I think that's great. Again, the arts and crafts and photographs and you know, books and the giving of time. Very important. Make promises to do special things if you can't do it on that day.
Sometimes that's worth more, isn't it?
I think it is.
And just very quickly, because I can't get a word in edgeways tonight.
Sorry, Ian. Sorry. Actually, I did get an email from someone.
What? No,
what
me?
To say that he doesn't get a word in edgeways.
I got this email and said, please let Ian talk.
When was this? A while ago.
Someone
wasn't last week.
Thank you, Mother. At last, someone recognises me. The chocolates. The chocolate tradition for Valentine's was started by Cadbury's 100 years ago. They actually invented the box of chocolates that went for
So they could make more money.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we all know about Cadbury's.
So they could taunt me more than anything.
And something funny as well, a traditional thing is the caraway buns, the caraway seeds, which is it's tradition.
To do what with them?
It's if you have the caraway buns with the seeds, it
the
means you'll
buns.
stay together forever. Oh. Also, it's very good for flatulence. So
So that's a good reason.
There was a more primeval reason for this.
But I mean, there's loads of different traditions around the world which I think are fun as well. So we always give the red rose, which is for love, etc.
Yeah.
But in Denmark, they give a white pressed flower. It's the white snowdrop. That's it.
Okay.
And
Which
we're
is
not
lovely.
arguing with each other, but we've come up with different versions of heart on a sleeve, wearing your heart on a sleeve. Now you are saying...
Well, I think it stemmed from Roman times, and I know it's a South African tradition that women wear a little heart on their sleeve and they write down the man that they want to marry and fancy, and they walk around with it for a week or however long.
In front of him saying, I like you.
Yeah, literally.
Now the version I saw was that medieval times, men wore the name of their loved one on their sleeve for a week before Valentine's Day.
Oh. So which one is right?
We don't know, to be perfectly honest.
But there are some different things, because there's quite a few myths as well. I think even the whole Valentine's Day, Saint Valentine's, where it came from Roman times. I was talking to Ian about it, and he had a different story to me. And
just very quickly, it's a great story.
Yeah.
The story that came across was Claudius was killing all the Christians in AD 230, and the martyr.
Saint?
Well, no, he wasn't a saint. The martyr was Valentinus. Valentinus was sent to prison to be executed, and whilst he was in prison, the jailer asked him, because he knew he was a learned man, he asked him to actually teach his blind daughter, Julia. So he started sort of teaching Julia, his blind daughter. He started to, am I going to get this out in time? I feel I'm going to get cut in a second. I'm trying to be as quick as I can.
Okay.
So the story is that he started talking to Julia, he started teaching Julia, and he started teaching about the Christian faith as well. And he said that God was able to actually do anything in his life and can do it to anyone's life. And she said, well, can he actually help me because I'm blind? So they prayed together, and then all of a sudden she saw a light. So she felt like she'd actually been rescued from this blindness through God. And 2 days later, he was executed on the 14th of February.
Oh.
And since that time, afterwards, then Julia every year used to go to the prison and leave a message for him, which was a message of remembrance and love and devotion.
Now, did you make that up?
No, I didn't.
Or did you do your research? All right,
My story's very different, but I won't go into it.
We've only got about 10 seconds.
Do you know, or can I just say, what I think is amazing, Heston Blumenthal's recipe for love. And he uses everything. He uses the physics, scent, smell, loads of senses, obviously chocolate in every meal, every course, oysters, aphrodisiacs, smell, so even with napkins, your partner's scent. I mean, it can go on and on, but it's so clever.
We can't go on anymore. I'm so sorry, we have to go to a break. And Karen, telling me during the break, though, thank you so much.
No problem.
And we'll see you again next time.
Thank you,
Well, guys,
Chrissy.
do stay
Happy
tuned
Valentine's.
because after the break, we're going to be having love experts James and Helena Marquez to take us back to the basics of love. And we'll also be watching some of your dedications for Valentine's Day.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back everyone to our Valentine's special. Now before we welcome on our love experts, let's watch some dedications for Valentine's Day in our street chats.
Just enjoy your day, be safe. And then shout out to Jasmine and my parents, mom and dad and my brother. And yeah, shout out to Evelina, please people. And you?
I mean, I'll say I love all of my friends and my family who's back in Thailand too.
Oh.
And yeah, no boyfriend, single, ready to mingle.
Je t'aime, Marie-Ange.
Je t'aime aussi, Brice.
Te quiero mucho y he venido a celebrarlo a Londres.
Yo también.
I would like to say happy Valentine's Day to my mom, my sister, and another lady in my life called Malia Chowdhury. Happy Valentine's Day, and hope everyone finds their true love in their life.
45 years, I think. I still love her, even after 45 years.
And I still love him.
Oh, so will you still love him 45 years?
Of course I will.
Correct answer. you just scored 10 points.
Oh, that's so cool.
10
So
points go a long way.
welcome to our love experts, James and Helena Marquez, who of course also are the hosts of that wonderful Love Talk show. How's that going?
Great. Actually, the new look of the show looks amazing, so we're very happy with that.
Yeah, I was watching one the other day. I loved it. It was brilliant.
Thank
So your thoughts on Valentine's Day, first of all. What do you make of it all?
Do you want to go ahead?
Well, I have many thoughts about this day.
She's very honest, guys, by the way, so prepare yourself. Okay.
No, what I mean is this, it's all commercial. I think that you should, of course, it's a time that everyone spends time together and remembers to buy chocolates and flowers and things, but you should always remember to do that more regularly, not just once a year. And if you are single, don't worry, because you are in a good place. You are, looking at other things, you are focusing on other things, and when you're ready, things will happen for you, so don't be depressed.
Okay. How about you, James? What do you
And
think?
I think the positive thing about Valentine's Day can be that, it's that extra push for the person to, take a leap of faith to go and talk to someone they've liked for a while. So they think, oh, this is the right time. But, people shouldn't really put too much thought into it. If you like someone, just go ahead, take the step, whether it's Valentine's Day or not.
Okay. And are you doing anything special in your love therapy seminars?
We do something special in our love therapy seminars every Saturday.
Really?
There you go. There you go.
Okay. So just to let the viewers know, as well as the show, you also do a weekly seminar that focuses on helping singles and couples, actually.
Absolutely. Yes. And just on what you said now, I think we wanted to come on your show today and talk about Valentine's Day in a different way. And I know a lot of people put so much emphasis on what to do on that day, and especially couples, Chris. Let's not forget that there are couples who get very hot and bothered about whether they receive chocolates or cards or not.
It's true.
And I'll be honest, I can't remember the last time I gave Helena some flowers. But I do a lot of other stuff, right?
Let's hear the but.
But I do a lot of other stuff, right?
Yes, he does. He really
And I think it's important for people not to put the flowers over the important things and good things that the couple already has.
Yeah, and so on Valentine's Day, many things go wrong for many people. Like, you know, it was supposed to be a good date for them, or let's have dinner or something. But many things like, oh, you didn't buy me this, you didn't do what you did years ago, or whatever, and then, you know, they grow apart because of that one day or whatever. So
I think it's very important to stress that, because there are couples that are going to be having big arguments because maybe one didn't get what they expected, or maybe someone forgot to buy something. And like you said, we need to look at the more important things, because a partner may not necessarily like buying gifts, but they have so many other qualities. For example, they look after you, they care for you. Exactly.
People have different ways of showing affection.
Yeah.
And this is important. You have to be mature to see. Look at your partner, wife or husband, and look, what is he like? What does he like? Maybe he doesn't really like flowers or coffee or chocolates or whatever, you know, but he appreciates when I listen to him, when I am with him, when I give him time. So, you know, this is important.
And it's not fair for a whole year of hard work in a relationship to rest on the knife edge that is Valentine's Day, right? So you've done so well for a whole year, the relationship was so good, and then because the guy didn't give you a card or some flowers, then, you know, it spoils your whole year. That's not fair, right? So look at the other 364 days of the year, and if that day there wasn't a card, there wasn't flowers, don't worry, there was plenty of other good stuff throughout the year as well.
I have an idea of an excellent gift.
What's that?
Because one of the greatest complaints that we get from people who come to our seminars is, my husband is a 40-something old man or 30-something old man, and he still loves his PlayStation. So instead of spending time with me every night, guess where he goes? So maybe you can try this once as a gift to not be at his PlayStation, play with his PlayStation, and
spend time with his partner.
Play with his partner.
So now let's talk about some basics of love. What would you say, James? Some basic tips that everyone should know.
I think something very, very important that we have to address now more than ever is the matter of time that you have to spend with your partner. And that's because we've never been so under attack in terms of not having time, because we have so much stuff that needs our time all the time. So people spend so much time on social media, and, you know, there's things now here that people spend so much time on that we never had like 20 years ago. So it's becoming increasingly more difficult to spend time with your partner. So I think that's the first basic. You need to find a way to make time for that person. I was even talking about this with someone the other day, that there's now 24-hour gyms. So even that, even you going to the gym, you can now do when you were supposed to be with your partner. And I think people have got into a habit so much of taking their mobile phones, their computers, their iPads to bed, that sometimes you are together with the person, but you're not really spending time with them. And I actually read something interesting last year, that the average relationship, the average couple now spends about 7 minutes together per day.
Oh my gosh.
And that means, it doesn't mean that they're only together for 7 minutes. It means that they only give each other undivided attention for around 7 minutes every day.
Oh my gosh,
and that's
terrible,
quite scary.
it?
So that I would say that's the first basic, very important.
Wow, okay. I just wanted to ask you, because obviously everyone's now rushing out to watch 50 Shades of Grey. What's your take on that, and do you recommend that for couples?
Well, I have to say, I haven't watched the film. Of course, the film I think comes out on Friday. I haven't read the book, and I have no interest in reading the book or watching the movie, and I'll tell you why. I think when you think about a marriage, a relationship, a marriage has to be healthy. The habits have to be healthy. Everything you put into that marriage has to be healthy. Now, looking into the background of the movie, we know it's this guy who's very successful, and this woman who is insecure, and then this guy, you know, brings her into his own world, and they start this very I don't know if masochistic is the word, kind of relationship. And my concern is that couples will go to watch that movie or read the book with an idea of what is unhealthy for their relationship, and they might come away from watching the movie saying, actually, this, which I previously thought was bad for my marriage, actually may not be that bad.
Okay.
So I think there can be a better use of 2 hours for a couple than watching that movie.
And it's strange because I think it's like, because people are forgetting the basics of love and they think, well, my relationship's not working because they're not doing the basics, then they feel like they have to look for something to kind of spice things up and make things exciting when it's not needed.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. I think that's the problem. The problem is that if you start having problems in your marriage, then people think, what can I do to spice it up? And it's not a matter of spicing it up, it's a matter of addressing the root of the problem you're having. If you address the root of whether it's arguments you're having, whether you feel the relationship's grown cold, if you feel cold towards your partner, the relationship is not to do crazy things that you didn't do before. It's to try to look at the root why the relationship's cold. And once you deal with that, then you've solved the problem.
Yeah, and majority of time, people just need to go back to basics. But people, more than ever, they like to come up with different things, more things and more things. Let's try this and let's try that. And it's never enough. It's never enough when they should actually go back to basics and talk.
And if can I just finalize with one thing, sure. Chrissy? I usually give a lot of examples about cars because I love cars. And I think a relationship sometimes has to be like a car, that a car sometimes, for it to become the best it can be, you have to take away everything from it. Take away the aircon, take away the radio, take away everything and just leave the essence of what it's a good car. And that's what makes a good relationship. Sometimes you need to get rid of some stuff to make it the best it can be.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for your advice.
It's a pleasure.
And guys, if you want to hear more from this lovely couple, they have their Love Talk show. When is it on? Every Saturday?
Every Saturday, 3 p.m.
3 o'clock. Okay, so you can get more advice from them. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time. All right, so coming up after the break, we have Coach Chris Browne to inform us of the benefits of being in love. And we'll also see a fun date for couples to do on Valentine's Day.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back everyone to our Valentine's special. Now before we speak to Coach Chris Browne about the benefits of being in love, let's take a look at my treasure hunt, which is a fun and affordable idea for couples. Hi everyone, today I'm here with Emily Hargreaves from Hunt Fun, and I'm going to be doing something a bit different with my husband. Okay everyone, so I've got my teammate here, Michael Boudreau, my husband too. How are you, darling?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, so we're going to do a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
says, guys, that we've now returned to Covent Garden Market. We've completed our treasure trove, and it was good fun because we saw a lot of landmarks, didn't we, Michael?
Yeah, we did. It was interesting. I really liked it.
Now, you wanted to do another one, didn't you?
I do, yeah. I do want to do it together when we have more time. We can like spend more time doing it.
Alrighty. I mean, this is really good to actually do if you have like teams that you can compete against, even in your workplace. So it's good fun, not just for couples, but that's something that we've done to just spend a bit of time together, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So let's go and have lunch now.
Okay.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Where's my kiss? So cute. Okay, so we have Coach Chris Browne with us here. Hello.
Hi, Chrissy.
How are you?
I'm really good. That was really nice. That was.
Would you like to do a dedication for your wife? Because I forgot to ask James before.
I would love to do a dedication
Well,
for
which
my
camera
wife,
is yeah, there she there she is. There's the camera.
There she is. Hey.
Hazel, I hope you're watching. Go on then.
Can I go? Right, just to tell my wife that I love her and thank you for everything you've done, and we're going to have a great Valentine's, aren't we?
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Your thoughts on Valentine's Day, first of all?
My thoughts of Valentine's Day?
Yes.
My thoughts of Valentine's Day stems kind of the same, actually, with what MJ said earlier on. I believe that you should show your appreciation every day. But nothing wrong with it. Valentine's is a great day. It's a day to actually show even more how much you appreciate it. Do something special now and then. Okay. But you don't have to go over the top. You don't have to go over the top, but just show someone you really appreciate them. Okay. You know?
Just take them for a walk. That's what we did. Just
wow. We're not just going for a walk, all right, baby? Right. Okay. No, Valentine's Day is a great day, and reason being is we're talking about obviously the areas of love. What should I say? Love. Yeah, love. Okay. Right. Okay. And talking about that, we're talking about the benefits of love as well. You know, there's many benefits, and I'm going to go through quite a few of them. But overall, when we think about benefits of love, let's talk about purpose and desire already, right? Okay. Now, most people have a reason why they want to be with someone. We have this innate nature inside of us human beings that we need to belong. We actually need to belong to someone or be loved in one way or another. Other species are like that as well, but human intelligence, we need to belong. It's a bit of Maslow's theory behind that. Now, knowing that, there's also the desire. So there's the desire to actually want to belong, but there's purpose as well. Okay. You know, finding the right exact partner, which we're kind of programmed that way, why people choose certain partners at the end of the day. Sometimes we make mistakes along the way, choose the wrong one, but this is why we're programmed that way, so straight away. So we're talking about purpose and a desire. Okay. Purpose, reprocreation. Desire, to be with someone, to belong at the end of the day. So, you know, think about what you're choosing someone, why you're choosing them, why you do it in the first place. Because sometimes it
has to be the right reason.
Yeah, exactly. Because you might feel alone or whatever, and somebody comes along, you choose the wrong person. Hey, it's Valentine's Day, everything's romantic and all that. When it all simmers down, you look at the situation, hey, you know? So let's be pretty good about that and, you know the reason why we're actually doing that. Okay, you know what's really funny? Earlier on, I heard James mention to you about a couple that was, 45 years? Yeah? Now, here's another benefit about love and relationships. This is actually done by the Department of Health. It actually expands your life for 5 more years.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Having a relationship the right relationship puts 5 more years on your life. Being in love. Yes. Being in love puts 5 more years on your life. But when you mentioned it earlier on, he was talking about a couple who's 45 years. This is what I'm going to say now. There's a story which I actually looked up, and there's a couple who were married for 72 years, right? 72 years. It's not only that, it goes deeper than that. They've been together most days of their life. 92, 94. Right? I remember the actual names. It was Dennis and Nora. Now, what happened at the end, they were actually in hospital, and sadly, Dennis died in hospital, and Nora was holding his hand at the time, and they were there. And he was pronounced clinically dead, and the doctors did a check on him, and they could still hear a heartbeat. But what they realized was after, she was still holding his hand when he died, and they could hear her heartbeat going through him. Now, would you believe it? She died an hour later. So they went together. I know it sounds like it's sad, but it's not so sad. There you go. You know, I mean, that's a really beautiful story. So when I heard 45 years, I thought 72 years. I was thinking, my wife's got a long way to go still. Yeah, long way to go still. You know, it's beautiful, isn't it? Well, I've been married it's going to be 7 years soon. September will be 7 years. You know, so it's 6 years now. But you know, we're going to be there. I better get that bit in the end. You know, because Valentine's. If I don't get that bit in there, hey, good Valentine's. Okay, so. That is part of it as well. Now there's some healing as well. Here's another benefit, healing. right? Our bodies release certain chemistries as well. And we're talking about dopamine, we're talking about oxytocin as well, which actually gives you less stress. It takes away stress. Just holding somebody's hand that you're in love with will take away the stress. It releases different chemicals in our body. It sends our brain in a different place, which is really beautiful when you think about it. You think all the healing things about love at the same time. Now, it's not only that, I said it lowers your blood pressure. Also, you have a faster recovery from illnesses, viruses, and these sort of things as well. Now, isn't that brilliant, huh? Got a cold?
Yeah.
Get hugging with your partner, you know? That's the good thing about it. Now, talking about hugging as well, here's another one that's good about it, I love. A child that's been hugged from baby all the way up, grows up more secure in many ways, in your personality, your confidence building and everything, right? That's not saying to anyone, hey, if I haven't been hugged or nothing. No, you know, you can develop these things as well. True, yeah. But what I'm saying is it does actually make for that secure and that confidence as you actually grow up. So not only that, as couples as well, there's that security of actually hugging does something as well. Yeah. So it does bring confidence, that security. So it's amazing. So we had 4 areas where there's actually benefits for love, right? Now, here's one, it's a benefit or not a benefit, we'll throw this one up, right? A while ago, he was talking about films, right? We're having Valentine's, a lot of people are going out to the movies, going out to eat and all these sort of things, right? And when we see these movies, people start to think, well, this is the way it should be, right? And sometimes they look at their partner in another sort of way as well, right? Now, there's 2 things. It's like, do you create the lover or create the love? Right? So creating the lover is all the movies been taken in by everything. This is the way it's meant to be, you know?
It's all fake, everybody.
Which is fake. Thank you very much. Did you hear that? Fake, 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 fake. Hollywood fake, right? Makes big bucks though, but fake kills relationships. Here's the other side. Create the real love, right? You've got somebody at home. Well, not somebody at home. You've got your partner at home, right? And you've got to think about it. They're not going to be like the movies, a situation like the movies. No matter what you're thinking about, there's always a good side. And if you're sitting there, you've had an argument or something like that, right now, this moment, cuddle up to that person. There's always some good side about somebody that you've got to think about why you started in the first place. Now, let's think about people who are single as well. Hey, this is a great time, because sometimes we might not feel that confident in normal areas to actually speak to someone and communicate. This is a great opportunity to start communicating as well. So it's got its benefits on Valentine's Day as well.
And just to say for the singles that are watching, I know you might be listening to this and say, you know, I don't want a partner again because I've been so hurt in the past and everything. But please don't shut yourself off from love, because that was that experience with that person. So, you know, when you meet someone that, you know, you click with and you get along with, it's so wonderful. And you can have that as well. Don't give up.
Yeah. The thing about it as well, you know, you've got to think, well, there must be somebody who is the right person for you out there already. You know, it's just a matter of time and meeting that right person. There is somebody for somebody. I really believe that, no matter who they are. You know, I've seen some cases and I think, brilliant, great, you know, so it's all about love.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. All right, guys, so don't go away, because after the break, we'll be speaking to Ewood from France and hear him performing his new song, Sunshine.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back, everyone, and now it's time to meet Ewood. Hello, Ewood.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So lovely to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's brilliant to have you here. So you are going to be performing for us later.
Yeah.
But let's find out a bit about you first of all. So you're from France?
Yeah, so I'm from France. I live in France. I used to live in France, but now I live in London.
Okay, how long have you been here?
It's been now, let's say, 1 year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is it for you here? It must be quite different.
Yeah, it's different, but it's very good, because for the entertainment, there is some more opportunities here than in France. Yeah, so I enjoy it.
Good. Okay, so when did you know that you wanted to sing professionally and that was your dream? When did you decide?
I think it was maybe at the age of 6 or 8. Yeah.
Really, that young?
Yeah, because I studied at the conservatory. The music, dancing, some drama lesson and everything. And I think when I saw Michael Jackson on TV, I understand that.
Inspired you, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at that time I decided I want to do it professionally. Yeah.
Did you get support doing that, like from family and friends, or was it kind of hard to?
it was difficult in the beginning, you know, because it's a very tough business.
Yeah.
But I think now my parents are more secure, because they saw my work and my team. So, yeah.
Was it important for you to have that support from them?
I think for everyone, I think for everyone, if you have your parents, but I think they were supportive of my career, but they was afraid, you know, because it's a very tough business.
It's normal for parents, isn't it? Because, you know, they want their kids to be successful in life and have the best and everything. It's like a bit risky, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if it's your dream, you have to go for it.
Yeah, and work very hard.
Yeah. So what have you been doing since you've been here in London, music-wise?
Yeah, so I have been, you know, working with my English team because I am a vocal coach, I have a trainer, and just writing new music. I'm working on my new album, my English album, Truth Out There. And Sunshine is going to be on my album, so it's going to, So I'm very focused on that, having dance in class.
You dance too?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's been a while,
Don't worry, I'm not going to make you do it. It's fine. All right, so what would you say has been the most sort of challenging thing about sort of being in this industry?
I think you have to understand that there is a lot of up and down. But I have a great team, and because of my parents, because I have two brothers, and they raise us with the way that always give you the best every time. And so I think, if you find the balance to have a good team, the right people around you,
it's important.
I think,
people that genuinely care, not that you know, want to see you down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what advice would you give to people that want to get into this industry?
I would say if they want to do that, they have to do that in a way that you have to be focused. And, you know, it's not easy because always the people see like, you know, the being famous, the money and everything. But before that, there is so many struggles you have to, you know, overcome. So I think if you want to be in this business, you have to have some goals in your head, taking classes, singing, dancing, acting, everything, and you have
to work really hard. Don't you?
And let's stay focused.
All right. Now tell us about Sunshine. What was it? Where did the idea come from to write that?
Yeah, Sunshine was about my first love. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wrote the song about her.
Does she know?
Yeah, she knows. But
but you're not together anymore.
No. Yeah. So I'm single. So.
Oh, okay. I was going to get you to do a dedication to someone, but you can't. So guys, you know. Yeah, tell me about the song.
Yeah, and so I wrote the song about her, and it was maybe 3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided that I want to put it on my album. Yeah.
Okay. And what about your thoughts for Valentine's Day? What do you make of it all? Do you like it, or is it like?
Yeah, I think it's nice. I think it's nice if you find the right girl, the right girl for me. But I don't need a date, you know, to celebrate love.
Yeah.
So I will say
that.
the
French are quite romantic, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
Well, since it's Valentine's Day show, what would your ideal woman be, character-wise and everything? What are you looking for? Just in case there's a young lady watching, you never know.
Yeah. So young lady. So I need you to be.
Here, go on the camera. He wasn't expecting this.
No, I'm joking. I think I might need, you know, a woman to be strong because I choose a very tough business.
Yeah.
So I think she might need to be strong, very mentally, and independent. I like to run, so I will.
She used to run. She used to run to keep up with you. That's good. It's nice to have similar interests.
Yeah. So something like that. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. So Ewood, thank you so much for being on the show with us. You're going to be performing in just a moment, but I'm just going to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, guys. So we have reached the end of today's program. But if you want more information about any of our guests today, you can visit the website chrissybshow.tv. But now it's time to listen to Sunshine by Ewood.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I found you. Without you, I can do anything. You're the reason I'm still growing. Time after time, enjoy your smile. You are the sunshine of my life. Finally find my peace of mind. No one can do this, I'm telling you how I feel. I'm crazy about you, baby. This is real. Nothing fails, no more fear. Let's make it clear. You're finding a girl I was dreaming all these years. You are the sunshine of my life. Finally find my peace of mind. No one can understand my mind. Thank you, girl, I love you. You're my paradise. I was waiting for this love. You're the one that I adore. Ask me for who I am. Rich or poor, it's still the same. Thank you for your support. Girl, I love you even more. I am blessed, let's celebrate our life until